but I hope it'll give you another insight into why I'm Catholic and what it means to me to be Catholic. I am a skeptic by nature. I'm a curious person. I'm never satisfied with knowing what something is. I always want to know why. I remember vividly going to the doctor's office. I remember getting off the elevator. I'm a pro-abortion, pro-choice Jew. Okay? My wife has no idea of my 2 abortions. It wasn't strong enough to even talk about it. Well, I get in the room there in the office. There's one of those posters on the wall with the various stages of development. At 18 days, there's a heartbeat. At 21 days, there's fingers. You know those things, right? And I'm looking at this. I'm thinking, I never saw this before. How come nobody ever told me about this? It's like my head was spinning around in The Exorcist. And I couldn't believe it. And I go in the back for the first ultrasound, and they put the jelly on my wife's belly, and they got the machine, and we're looking at it. This thing's moving in there. And it was almost like a miracle happened. I literally orally said out loud, I want to meet the person that wants to debate me if that's a baby, because you want to know what? That's a baby. Instantaneously, I realized, man, I have killed 2 of my own kids. You call your priest father, right? I said, yeah, of course we call them father. He says, well, you know, in the Bible here, in Matthew 23, verse 9, it says, call no man on earth your father, for you have but one Father in heaven. It says, it seems to me you Catholics are going against the Bible. So let me see that. I said, well, son of a gun, it does say that. I had no explanation, but it seemed to me he made logical sense. It does say that. And no one ever told me how to defend that. It was no big deal. I kind of let it go. This would happen a couple more times. I'd say, Chris, you're Catholic, right? Yeah, I'm Catholic. And let me understand this. You guys think that Mary was a perpetual virgin, never had relations with Joseph ever, right? I said, yeah, we believe that. Well, it says right here in the Bible, in several places, that Jesus had brothers. So let me see that book. I said, well, son of a gun, it does say that. You've heard these 100 times, right? But I didn't know what to say. I did know that what they said was written on the pages of the book. Now, all these guys in my Bible study are my friends. I respect them all. They're all smart guys. And they have all quit the Catholic Church and gone to the Baptist Church, the Presbyterian Church, the Episcopalian, I mean, you name it, anywhere but the Catholic Church. And that day, I'm very frustrated because I know the Catholics haven't answered it, so I just got to go find it. I go before the Blessed Sacrament at St. Peter Catholic Church in Covington, Louisiana, and I say, all right, God, help me out here. Pull the catechism out, and I read about baptism. And I see that John 3:5 says you have to be born of water and the Spirit. All right, it makes sense to me. And Mark 16:16 says, believe and be baptized to be saved. 1 Peter 3:21 says, baptism saves you now. Well, I may be dumb, but I'm not stupid. That's pretty clear what those words say. So I write him this email. And Paul's the kind of guy, we all have friends like this. You write him an email, and it could be 2 a.m, they write you right back. You got friends like that? This is this guy. He's always on I don't know whether he had his cell phone there. He'd write back within 5 minutes. I said, all right, did some research on this baptism thing. Explain to me John 3:5, Mark 16:16, and 1 Peter 3:21. Explain to me how I don't have to be baptized to be saved. He writes me this tome. I mean, it's 5 pages long. About the history of John 3:5 and what the Greek is and what this means and what that means, and it's on and on and on and on. I didn't even read it. It was too deep and too long. But I also noticed that he conveniently left out any analysis of Mark 16:16, believe he who believes and is baptized will be saved, and 1 Peter 3:21, baptism saves you now. So I sent him an email back, say thanks for the really great explanation, but I see that you left out these other 2 verses. Well, for some reason I didn't get my 5-minute response. So the next day it's like, remember me? Maybe you didn't get this. Explain to me why you didn't tell me why those verses are wrong. Nothing. Another day goes by. Hello? Anybody out there? And I now know why he didn't answer. Because he didn't have a coherent answer. So I called him up. I said, we got to go to lunch. So we go over to Copeland's. It's a seafood restaurant. I said, I got to quit the Bible study. Oh, no, come on. I said, I got to quit the Bible. I don't buy any of this. I think y'all wrong. I think the Catholic Church is right.